Alright guys, so here's the review of the Roebuck Diviso. So I was contacted by Guy, the one who actually started this brand. He wanted to see if I wanted to review this watch. I don't get to keep it though, I've got to send it on to an next reviewer after this. So that's why you've seen the paid promotion. The usual, I don't get paid for any of these reviews, I just get to lend the watch to review it. So that's what we're dealing with again. So the packaging on this is actually quite interesting. It's not anything I've seen before. It's a really nicely stitched, leather, branded, well, case. It's got a magnet on it, but it is only a really weak magnet, so you don't need to worry about the watch getting magnetised, and it just slots in on this little slot at the top. And then you open it up, pull it out, and then we've got the watch with a little bit of paperwork. It's got a little bit squashed from previous reviewers. So you just get a little card saying thank you. Details like their Facebook, Instagram and website, etc. I'll leave that down in the description. And then we've got the little instruction manual. But we probably won't need this. But it's handy to have anyway. Because there is something a little bit different with this watch. But I'll show you that in a second. Just get all this out of the way. And get the watch out. So here it is. So right off the bat, you're probably going to notice that we've got something a little bit different here. We've actually got an inner rotating bezel, bidirectional. So that's what the top crown does. And then obviously the bottom one is going to be for everything else, but we'll get onto that as we go along. I'm just going to say, there are a few different colour versions of this available, but again, link will be down in the description to the website so you can check it out, see the different colours available, because I think there's quite a few. But as you can see, this is the green one, and it is a pretty nice design. Nice, unique one, with that stripe. In fact, if I get a zoom in, as you can see, we've got the Roebuck branding at the top, below the 12, and then we've got that automatic just peeking out at the bottom, just above the 6. But on the side, so a little bit different. Not something you see all that often. Another thing that's probably going to stand out as well is that ridged pattern on the dial. So that's a little bit of interest again. It's definitely a unique looking watch. I've not seen anything like this before, and I do quite like it. One other thing that's probably standing out right away as well is this bezel. This bezel insert is actually carbon fibre. I've not seen that at all before on a watch, so that is definitely something different, something unique, and again just adds to the overall uniqueness of this design generally. As does this case, which is also something pretty different. So you certainly can't say they've copied your general Submariner design or something like that. This is definitely something a little bit different, which is nice to see. So as you can see, we've got nice detailing on this case as well. So we've got the brushed recessed centre, if you can see that. There we go. And then we've got the polished edge going all the way around the outside, transition into the brushed on top, which is really nicely done. And then we've got a high polish around the edge of that bezel as well. So just a nice mixture of textures and finishes. It's really nice. While we're around here as well, I'll quickly show you. We've actually got a signed crown there with the Roebuck logo, and then we've also got TZ. With both of those crowns, we've actually got like a mixture of brushed and polished finishing again, same as the case. So really nice cohesive design there. There are actually a few little marks and scuffs on this because, like I say, this is a review piece, and I'm quite a long way down the list of people who've had it, I think. So bear that in mind when you're watching this. So quickly flicking back to the dial, as you can see, we've got fully applied indices, then just printed branding, and then we've also got, up at the 12, on that inner rotating bezel, we've got a little, I think it's a little metallic red triangle, which is kind of mirroring the one in the logo, I think, which is a nice touch. Again, just helps tie the design together. They've definitely thought this through quite well. So all those indices are lumed. as are the hands, but I'll show you that in a bit. Quickly zoom back out and show you the rest of the watch. Well, mainly the strap. So it is a really nice, soft and supple one. And genuine leather. We've got quick release spring bars as well. And then we've got the Roebuck branding. And we've also got it on the clasp as well. The buckle, sorry. Quickly flicking back around to the back, you probably also saw, I'll give it a quick wipe actually, so we have actually got quite a nice case back design as well. So it's got a brushed centre with the polished around the edge, which as you can see is a little bit smudgy, but with it being on the back, not really too big a deal. And then we've got that little water tower on the back, and it actually says Round Rock. Those who are in America will probably know what that is. If you're not, that's actually in Texas apparently, which is where Guy is from. So again, nice little touch. And then we've got the water resistance rating around the outside, which is 100 meters. The fact that it's got sapphire crystal, stainless steel case, and Japanese movement. So the movement in this is actually a Miyota 9039. So as you can see, we've got that pretty smooth sweep on that second hand, which is nice. In fact, I'll show you the movement in action now. Now we're talking about it again. So the crown's just push-pull. So as you can see, pull it out, second hand stops, so we've got hacking. We don't have a date function on this, and we also don't have a ghost date, which is nice. So they use the correct movement. And then obviously you can change the time. In fact, if I move it around, you can see that branding on the dial a bit better. And then push it back in, second hand re-engages. And as I said before, we've got the bidirectional inner rotating bezel. And again, that's not a screw down or anything. So zooming back out, let's get on to the measurements. So as you can see, we've got a thickness of 12mm, diameter of 42, lug width of 22, and a lug to lug of about 50. So it's not a slim watch by any means, but I think it's pretty decent dimensions. Not anything overly big. So now let's test whether we have actually got sapphire crystal as they're claiming. Using the trusty diamond selector too. So as you can see, yep, we have got sapphire crystal. So they weren't lying there, which is always nice, because you can't always tell. Although saying that, Microbrands have not really had any issues, it's more been AliExpress watches. So now, you've probably been waiting for this Lume shot, so let's try that out now. So as you can see, it's lighting up a decent amount already, but let's give it a quick charge, give it a proper chance. So there we go, and as you can see, we've got BGW9 on this, so we've got the nice ice blue, and it does look quite nice. It's more lume than I was expecting, to be honest, on this kind of watch, because I wasn't really expecting a great deal, so I was pleasantly surprised. But then I guess that's reflected in the price of the watch. But as you can see, it's staying at this kind of level, and it does last a decent amount of time as well. With it being BGW9, you've got nothing to worry about there, and they seem to have applied it nice and evenly, and a decent amount of layers as well. So, pretty good. So now, all that's left to do is show it you on wrist. So, this is what it looks like on my 7-inch wrist. Okay, I'm going to show you the back of my wrist now. If you haven't been following my community posts, just be aware this isn't going to look pretty. Yeah, I had a bit of an issue with the Excite on strap. Had a bit of an allergic reaction, so it started peeling now. It's healing up though, so sorry about that. But anyway, getting back to the watch. As you can see, the lug to lug is a touch big, I guess. I would have preferred that to be slightly shorter, because I think it's probably just about on the limit of what I can wear on a 7-inch wrist. So if you've got smaller than a 7-inch wrist, this probably isn't the watch for you. But other than that, I've not really got any issues. It's a really nice watch, and it's definitely unique. If you want something a little bit different, nice inner rotating bezel, nice finishing, pretty good lume, nice comfy strap, nice case as well, which you can also use as a travel case. This is a good one to go for. So that's it for this one, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.